Staff 3, mic check. Staff 4, mic check. Staff 5, mic check. Staff 6, mic check. Staff 7, mic check. Staff 8, mic check.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I am excellent, thank you.
Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Baxter,
Here.
Commissioner Flores, Commissioner Marino, Commissioner Powell, Commissioner Sacks, Commissioner Weiss,
Here.
Vice Mayor Woodward.
Here. Thank you. If everyone, if you're able, please stand for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Dear God, we are thankful for this day that you have given us, for its blessings, its opportunities, its challenges. We pray for strength and guidance for each day as it comes, for each day's duties, for each day's problems. May we be challenged to give our best always, and may we be assured of your presence with us. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Administrator, do we have any additions, deletions, or substitutions?
We do. Thank you, Madam Mayor and Board. On page 23, item 3G5 is a revised motion and title. On page 33H7 is a revised motion, title, and summary. And on page 33H7 is a revised motion, title, and summary. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve. I have a motion by Commissioner Flores, a second by Commissioner Weiss. All in favor? Any opposed? Please see that the motion carries 5-0. Consent agenda. Would anyone like to pull anything from consent? Commissioner Flores, you're recognized.
I would like to pull item 3CC2.
What page?
42.
Thank you. Anyone else? Seeing nothing else, I will entertain a motion to approve consent. Or Commissioner Sacks, did you have something else to pull? Okay.
I'd like to move to
Approve consent?
approve the consent as
I have a motion by Commissioner Sacks, a second by Vice Mayor Woodward. All in favor? Any opposed? Please see that the motion carries 5-0. We will take 3CC2 now. Let's go to page 42.
I just want to go on the record, say I don't agree with local police enforcement of immigration, so I will be voting down.
Okay, any other comments? I will entertain a motion. I have a motion to approve item 3CC2. Do I have a second? Okay, do I have a substitute motion? Would you like to make the substitute motion?
I'll make a motion to not approve this motion. I mean, not to approve this item.
There's two. We have item 3CC1, which is a receive and then 3CC2, A and B. So I have a motion not to approve item 3CC2, A and B. Do I have a second? Commissioner Weiss? Would you like to second?
I'd like to get more information on this right now.
So would you like to postpone it?
Yes, please.
Would you like to speak?
Good morning, Richard Sena from the County Attorney's Office. I'm the liaison between the County Attorney's Office and PBSO. This is a receive and file of a grant that was previously approved by this board in January. It was a grant from the pass-through from the State Board of Immigration Enforcement, which receives funds from the Department of Homeland Security. This would just be a receive and file of an increase in grant funding. They've already, this board has already approved the grant. It's just an increase in funding.
But
and receiving and filing the notice from SBIE that PBSO has received this additional funding and an approval of a budget amendment to their budget.
Commissioner Flores, you're recognized.
And if I'm understanding, we're reserving 20 beds specifically for the immigration. Was that correct?
Good morning, Commissioner. I don't want to speak on behalf of the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. They're not here. This is their grant. I'm just letting you know.
I went over the backup material, and basically we're reserving 20 beds for the utilization of immigration enforcement. So that's the reason that I voted it down the first time, the reason I'm voting again down today. Thank you.
There is a motion on, and we had no second. So I still need Commissioner Vice Mayor Woodward, you're recognized.
Yes, thank you. Could I just ask, if we were to vote this down today, what would the consequences of that be for the sheriff's office?
I sort of have to speculate. My understanding is that this would be a ministerial role that the board has to approve this. The sheriff may seek some recourse to that effect.
So if we don't approve the budget transfer, where does that money go? There is a budget transfer. That's the
Correct, because this is an increase in the grant funding.
Would we be returning that money to the federal government, or what would we be doing?
Well, the pass-through of this grant funding is a state body or state agency, State Board of Immigration Enforcement, which I believe receives funding from the federal government, and then passes it through to the respective sheriff's department or municipal police departments. Regarding if this board decided to deny this item or not approve this item, the sheriff may come to appear and request or make an appeal to the board, or I'm not exactly sure what the sheriff might do, but they may seek a writ of mandamus or something similar.
I have other lights on. Commissioner Weiss, you're recognized? Or Commissioner Sachs, you're recognized?
If I say, this is on consent agenda. In all fairness to all sides, if something is going to be contested, it should have been on the regular agenda. So we want more information. The party who could give us information is not here. And that party is not here because it's on the consent agenda. So maybe I would suggest that we postpone it and put it on a regular agenda, and so that all parties can be here. We need information, all right? So may I make a motion to take this item of 3C, help me out, Commissioner Flores.
CC2.
CC.
3CC2 A and B.
Thank you. To have it reset for regular agenda and have all parties here so that we can receive more information.
For clarification, Commissioner, that's a postponement from today, not just a reset because it is
No,
not on regular.
absolutely, from today.
Okay.
Could be next week.
Moving
whatever, yeah.
forward, I have a motion by Commissioner Sachs, a second by Commissioner Weiss. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Please see that. Please see that the motion carries 4-1. Thank you. Moving on, we have public hearings. We have no public hearings. So moving on to regular agenda, page 46. Would anyone like a presentation?
I was just going to make a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve 5A, 1A, and B. I have a second by Commissioner Weiss. All in favor? Any opposed? Please see that the motion carries 5-0. Thank you, guys. Getting in your steps today. Moving on. Do we have any district appointments? Does anyone have appointments? Moving on, staff comments. Administrator? No comments. County attorney?
No comment.
Thank you. Any direction from the board? Commissioner Sachs, you're recognized.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And I have to say, we went through this agenda very well. Thank you. There is a item that is coming up. First, let me say that I will be absent from the county for 2 weeks, and during that period of time, there is a planning hearing. There's an item that's very, very important in my district that will be scheduled for that period of time. The item is West Boynton Ranches, and I'd like to be able to very much participate in that discussion. So I would ask if the board could just put it on a postponement to the next agenda when I return.
Could you clarify that, Commissioner?
Sure.
West Boynton Ranches once.
Yes, no. I will not be here for the agenda for the next planning hearing and the next BCC meeting. And there's an item there.
I'll get the item number.
Okay, we're going to get the item number right now.
I understand. County attorney, because that is zoning, are we allowed to request that, or does it have to come from the applicant?
I think the applicant, depending on where it is, but usually initiated by the applicant.
Right, so this is a planning item. This will be heard not next week, but the following week, the April 29th planning meeting. It's a planning item. It's up for transmittal, so therefore, under the ULDC, the board has the discretion to postpone it should it want. And I believe what Commissioner Sachs is asking the board is at that meeting, since she won't be there, she would like you to consider postponing it until she returns.
What's the
So
next?
good to have lawyers here. Thank you
Thank you.
for explaining that better than I did. I appreciate it.
And do we have a date for the following
It's in
zoning?
late August. I don't have the exact, late August.
Late August?
Yeah, we have our planning meetings, I believe, every 3 months.
Okay, so I have a motion to postpone that item.
No, not now.
Not now?
You'll do that at the hearing on the 29th. She's,
As the planning is.
as, when you're hearing the item at the, on the 29th, yes.
So we can't,
You wouldn't want to take that action right now. The commissioner's bringing it up, so it'd be available, and staff could remind the board at the time for your consideration when the item comes up at the planning hearing next week. It's been advertised, yes. That's why the
Right.
board would need to postpone it.
okay, understood. Thank you, Commissioner Sachs.
I want to thank my good team here to put it correctly. It would be well served if we could do that, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else with board direction? Okay. We will move on to commissioner comments. We will start with Commissioner Sachs.
My youngest son's wife is about to have a baby this week. So, and finally a little girl in the family after 3 boys in the family. Yes. So we're very excited, and she's very ready. So I just want to wish publicly, Mandy Mayfield Sachs, good luck. Thank you. And my
Thank you
son.
for letting us share in your joy.
Thank you.
Commissioner Weiss?
Well, thank you very much. Briefly, so last week, I attended a couple of meetings out in California, and just update you on what we did. We started out in Los Angeles and met with planners from the city of Los Angeles or Los Angeles County, and as well as their transit folks, and to learn about how they're managing both traffic and transit in the Los Angeles area. We had an opportunity to visit their new transit center down by the airport to see what they're doing there. And they're using a number of technologies, both for understanding their traffic and needs and what people are doing, and being able to, I think, they're ahead of us in how they're able to plan. So I think that was really good. David Ricks and Patrick Rutter were there as well, so they were able to see and meet with these folks as to understanding, as well as Administrator Abruzzo joined us. At their transit, their airport hub, it was really interesting that they're going to move most of their drop-offs and pickups and things off-site. And as you know, we are moving forward with an off-site system here for rental cars. Theirs is, I think they said it is the biggest concrete building in the United States now, this rental car facility they have. It's like a mile all the way around it. It's amazing. And they're very close to having it finished, and they have light rail running now into the airport, and they'll be having a people mover that'll connect everything together. So that was really interesting, and we made good connections, and I know staff will be able to take advantage of that for years to come. And then we went up to San Francisco, and we met with the folks from Waymo. Those are the self-driving cars. I have to say, I took my first trip. People ask if I was nervous. Not at all. It was amazing. They are so safe. And that was that was in fact the key piece that we took away I believe we took away from that, is it creates an alternative, but it's a very safe alternative. They are safer than human drivers, And we now have that down in Miami, so if somebody wants to take a trip to Miami, they can go try it out. But they're talking to them about potentially bringing their service to Palm Beach County. And then lastly, met with a company called Glideways. And Glideways is sort of a people mover type system, but it is as efficient as a train in the sense that the vehicles, and they're like these little, if you can imagine, like ski gondolas that people ride in, and they can move within a half a second of each other. So they can move very close to one another, so they can move a lot of people relatively quickly, and it's the infrastructure to support them is lower cost than traditional train or light rail. So another potential opportunity. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. The costs are equal or less than a bus to ride them. And these are, I think right now, though, they're primarily operating around airports. Yeah, up in Atlanta. So anyways, really interesting. Those are autonomous as well. And so again, something that, you know, to certainly be aware of as we're moving forward with our countywide transportation master plan and what some of these new things might be able to do for us. And then lastly, to share with you all, on this past weekend, on Friday actually, I was invited to speak to at a conference in New Orleans at Tulane University, specifically on our artificial intelligence. The panel I served on was a discussion of the impacts to employment and jobs, and it was I was the only non-academic on the panel, so somebody maybe with some real-world experience of you know what might happen. You know, I think the challenges are going to be as we transition, and we're seeing it happen here and around the country, is to make sure that we've got the supports in place. That's the biggest takeaway, that we're going to help manage this process as we bring this technology into our world. So anyways, that's my update.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Weiss. Commissioner Flores, you're recognized.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to a lot of our departments at the county because this Saturday we had our grand opening for District 3, our District 3 in-district office. Also want to say thank you to our administration that worked diligently to get us a space. And we were probably going to be at our district office 2 to 3 days a week. So it was a great turnout. It was a little hot. It hasn't been hot, but of course Saturday had to be a little hot. But we had animal care and control. We had SBE. We had community services, we had the library, so we had resources out for the community to not only just see our office, but to connect with the services that we provide our residents, our constituents. So it was a great turnout. I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up and supported. So thank you.
Vice Mayor Woodward, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have 3 off-site proclamations I'd like to request and just take all 3 together.
Yes, please.
Okay, I have declaring April 23rd as Rick Paul Day, declaring May 4th through 8th as Palm Beach County Small Business Week, and recognizing the 15th anniversary of the Arts Garage.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Woodward, a second by Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Any opposed? Please see that the motion carries 5-0.
That's all.
Thank you. I want to thank staff for a light agenda today and for all the hard work that you do. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thank you.